When he gets in position and he turns his shoulder, this goes with it.
Yeah.
It used to be like the opposite. He stay here. Like,
Before, Mike was very
like
open, and usually wrist and pronator was gone, and he was still fighting and pressing somewhere here. Right now, if you look Gennady, if you look Kamil, if you look against Lars,
but Lars, he didn't even use it.
Yeah, against
Frank.
not Frank, another Georgian called Georgian Revas. Exactly, with Revas. Pronator is super solid and it holds, and then when Mike lost against Revas, Revas didn't took pronation. He was like difference from Gennady. What was difference from Gennady? When Gennady was pressing, he was very low here, and Mike's arm was open and maybe like millimeters here, and Gennady was pressing here. Revas was a little bit higher, and he was climbing, and at the end he took Mike's riser, and that makes a difference. That was this extra 1 or 2 millimeters and maybe centimeter to do that. So if you go for press and you are pressing here,
exactly. You can.
It's very hard. So get higher.
Yeah.
That's hard.
That's very hard.
But again, get back here in the center. You have to be very careful to not get in that press from Mike. Take some control of riser. Get higher if it's possible. Revas is tall arm, he can do that, and then maybe you can take some little bit away from the chain as well. Good fight. We will see.
It will be amazing fight. I think. Both guys, they know what is on the line, so don't miss it. The new website for the pay-per-view is in description. You can find it there.
You didn't say, or you had before. I'm not sure. Who's your favorite?
I see Hermes as a little bit favorite. Like 55-45.
So we both kind of agree.
Because I feel like as strong as I know Hermes is, Mike is different. I think he sets traps better than ever, and he's very, very committed. And it could change in an instant. I don't see this version of Mike losing easily. Like I can't. And most of the time, 99% of the matches, Mike is in war, right? And he's really good now. Like all I can say is he's super good. So for me, 5% on each side, but
and of course it's also more than a year out of Armstrong for Hermes, which is not making it easy for him. Also some pressure, mental pressure. Shape, he's saying all is good. We see some lifts for him. We have seen some great lifts, big lifts, but we don't know if he's in the same shape as he was against Levan, as he was against Vitali.
I go with Hermes for speed. He's younger, so he will have that endurance. He knows exactly. Like he knows exactly what to do, and I think he worked better, and he's probably one of the best competitors.
But for first, he needs control.
He needs control. So that will be the challenge.
If Gennady, if Kamil, they can press. Hermes can press, but Hermes can press only when he has some control. And if he will lose that hand and wrist,
it's done.
It's over. It's over, and then Mike can just play with him.
Anyway, like I said, new webpage for the pay-per-view link is in the description. We're gonna be in Tbilisi. We'll see you guys there. Stay strong.
And love arm wrestling.
Probably fan favorite rematch of East versus West 16 will be Gennady Kukhnin versus Devon Lyle. I think the match first time 2023. I think so. Yeah. Then Devon lost that match. Gennady won that match. Afterwards, Gennady got injured because they were set for a rematch. And then Devon became East versus West super heavyweight champion. Beat everyone in his past. Then lost to Levan. Went down to 105, and now is back at super heavyweights. And probably, most likely, biggest Devon we will ever see. He is now very close to 140 kilos.
Maybe also biggest Gennady we have ever seen.
Maybe.
In his home country, hometown, Tbilisi.
Full of Hinkali.
Yeah. Full of Hinkali, full of Georgian supporters.
I just got we'll eat some Georgian food.
Have you ever been in Georgia?
No. Georgian food, Georgian wine.
Khachapuri, Hinkali.
Yes.
Yeah, with some meat. Oh.
Yeah,
Crazy.
so I'm cutting now weight, so I can allow myself to eat that like crazy. Yeah.
Back to fight.
So you remember the match they had first time? It was crazy battle back and forth, back and forth. How do you see the match now?
What I loved about that fight is when you usually watch Devon's fight, he gets in a position, he has some control, and you are kind of sure, like, okay,
done.
For me, if I understand arm wrestling and similar from other arm wrestling fans, you watch first half round and you're like, okay, okay, that's it. I can go to, I don't know, make a sandwich or make a tea because.
But not with Georgia.
Yeah, but no, it's probably same when he pulls with Levon, or he did pull with Levon, and he start to lose, and it seems like you have to make some terrible mistake to turn it over, or for opponent to turn it over or to change. With Gennady, it was different. So it was war. It was long fights. It was and Gennady in the last, I don't know how many years, was the first arm wrestler who was able, after lost round, to came back. And that's why it's so great. And I'm really looking forward to this fight because I hope to see something similar. Gennady, in a previous fight, what was mistake from Devon, at some point, it looked like he was in control, and we all believed he had control, and he, in his mind, had control. And I'm not saying he was playing, but he was thinking he's gassing out Gennady.
Gennady was thinking the same. Gennady
was thinking the same, because that's a position where he feels good. And also, second, Devon is so good when he stops you and in his position. That's where he's strong, and that's where he can pull forever. But in that position, his elbow was not standing good on table. Gennady was pressing through. And if I would be in a Devon's position right now, I would try to do the main work in his strongest position, where he is good, where he can pull for long, and that's a position where I would try to gas out Gennady. I'm not sure if it's working from very beginning, but definitely I would try to gas out and to like if we watch Michael Todd, if you look Gennady and Michael Todd, okay, Michael was super open, and if I would be a referee in a first round, I would give victory for Gennady, and I would give maybe some warning and foul for Mike. But still, he was actually, Gennady spent probably 10, 20, 30, or I don't know how much percent of his strength by trying to pin him. After that, then you can generally use much more from your strength already in center, with some press, with going inside, with trying to take some advantage position, to put Gennady in a bad position. Then you can start to work. But you have to gas out your opponent in your strongest position.
Yeah. Devon, when they got on a hook, Devon was like this. He was like in a winning side, but he got pulled out from, like, he couldn't finish there. So I think he's most likely working on that, because he couldn't defend it in a hook, right? And he got it, but he couldn't finish. So he had all this where he was kind of working, but Gennady was just slowly just moving through him.
These plagues
So
for a while.
I think he has worked on inside arm wrestling for sure.
For sure. And also in a hook, if you take Gennady's hand here and he can press, he's super dangerous. You have to take his pronator, you have to put in a position to get on that biceps, and also protect with your side, with your forearm.
That's what he was.
With a forearm, that Gennady can't really change to this transition to press. If he will be here, he can press. He's super dangerous. He can push you to side, to elbow. Here, it's much harder on the biceps. And to get on Gennady's biceps and try to
not to allow him to get here.
And because if you are in that position, you can't press down.
Yep.
You need here to press. So of course they won't know that. They won't know that, but it's theoretically we all know how to arm wrestle. Question is, at that point, can you prepare some position? Do you have that strength? Do you have that ability to use that position very, very effectively? From Gennady's perspective, he will not have hand control. The fight will be inside. If Devon will if Devon wants, the fight to be inside, it will be inside. If Devon wants, the fight to be that
He couldn't take Gennady's hand like fully. Gennady kind of at one point he gave it up for himself and went for a press, but like he was here, like Devon was here, but still Gennady stayed flat. If you look at the video back, and then they were inside because like overly.
I believe
also,
right
like,
now, yes, I think Devon will take hand if he will go for hand, but he's danger or he is kind of afraid that Gennady will be able to press him, and then if that rule that you can't go with your humerus under table is working right now, it's very hard to stop him. That's a so I think Devon will have control, but still without control, Gennady is so hard to pin. If he gets in that position, if he sets up that position and he's fighting. So I don't know. Home country, even after loss with Michael, probably that's like a previous time. Gennady lost against Hermes.
Yes.
After he lost against Hermes, he kind of, I believe, get that boost and push.
He lost to Jerry.
Yeah, even more, and he usually like after like some for equity for anyone, after some punishment or after some not so successful fight, you are much more motivated. Right now in Georgia, he's very dangerous. He's very dangerous.
I think he will come in probably better. So at least he will try. I think he knows exactly. He remembers the last match. He knows what Devon can do. And the real question is, like, does Devon have the strength to keep his arm from getting pinned, even if he takes the hand, right? And does Gennady have other options if that doesn't work? I think Gennady's press is still like when Mike was holding Gennady, Devon will not be able. Like, I don't believe it. I think Gennady will just press through him. So it will most likely will go inside, and then we'll see who has better hook inside game. And we saw press there in that match also. There was many things happening.
You said about that Devon will not be able. He will not be able in a so strike position. That's true, because I don't think that he have that good armbar position or whatever you can call. No, but he could stop Gennady in some control with angle, with some back pressure. He could do that.
He can do that.
Yeah. That's very possible.
But I think Gennady can just.
We will see. We don't know. But it's always possibility. Devon's last, I would say, really serious super heavyweight fight was against Levon. So we can also like a year ago as well.
Yeah, April.
Yeah, and he did had a match with Petrenko, with Raskonas, with who else? I think before with Camille maybe left, but yeah, not really any Ten show in USA. Yeah. Okay, super heavyweight, but still maybe not very elite. So after. Also, kind of even in Europe, it's Devon back in a super heavyweight, in a probably best shape of his life, and it's always personal as well. If you have lost before, it's very personal. So he's taking it seriously from all aspects and points. And if right now we are talking that only Levon maybe, or Levon is stronger than Devon ever. If Gennady will beat him second time,
Yeah, there's no question.
It's
Yeah. At that point, I think all the arguments and all the sayings go outside. But yeah,
will it happen? We don't know. And even with that Gennady won previous time, and right now it's in Georgia, in Gennady's home country, hometown, and all that. I believe right now it's better chance for Dayton. It's still very close. But I think Dayton will use his previous experience from fight better. Yeah, he can use those because he had weapons also in previous fights, and that was a fight when I think Dayton made mistakes. In some tactical aspects, I believe he made mistakes and he lost because of some mistakes. In a super close, physically super close fight, and I see some advantage for him. But how it will go, we will see in not Istanbul this time, in Tbilisi. We have used for so long. It's all happening in Istanbul. It's not far from Tbilisi, but still.
First time when it's in Europe and it's not in Turkey. First time on this side of the planet. So, guys, this is probably the biggest rematch on the card. This is many. I think 4
I would say
4 rematches.
Hermes, like all main fights for me are
Rematches.
exactly. It's like Dayton and Gennady, Michael Todd, Hermes, 2017, Irakli and Todd Hutchings. Also, it's a rematch. Fia Malin. So it's kind of like we would even if Engin asked before name of event and
With them, something like that.
yeah.
Guys, don't miss it. We're gonna be there. East West 16. Link you can find in the description. Get the pay-per-view if you can. If you're in Georgia or coming to visit, come watch it live. It's gonna be there.
Watch live in Tbilisi. Watch live in pay-per-view. Doesn't matter, but
Yeah, great.
should be a fantastic event and a great fight.
Yeah, stay strong.
And I love arm wrestling.
95 kilo world title match. Irakli Zirakashvili, the reigning champion, will defend his title versus former 105 kilo East vs West world champion Todd Hutchings. So we saw Irakli Georgi Totiev on last East vs West, and we saw Todd Hutchings versus Yoshi Kanai, and afterwards they both set at 95 kilos to go for the world title. So this is also a rematch. First time they met in 2022, and it was a decisive, I would say, easy victory for Todd Hutchings. And I did a podcast with Todd Hutchings. I asked him what is your what can you say about the first match? And he said it was a masterclass on how to beat Todd. And if you look, I watched it frame by frame. I analyzed it all. He did perfectly. And then,
not sure I'm gonna make it out of here.
From the talk with Todd, he does believe he is a big favorite, and he says I haven't seen Irakli adding many things into his technique that he could beat me now. So if he's not physically much more stronger, then Todd believes that he will shut him down exactly like he did before. His style is it's really good because so the top roll goes for you want to get the hand, right? You want to get the hand. Todd gives up the hand. Is the strap. The strap pulls you down, and if you pull too much, you go under, and he stays over. And he has a lot of side pressure in this position. So everything you want to get, he said because of the style of Irakli, he mostly goes backwards, classic top roll, right? Your style is more sideways. You attack more rotator. So even if you take the hand, you get the rotator. So it's a worse position. So if Irakli hasn't improved on that,
it's right? All very correct what Todd is saying and what you is saying. And the thing is, will Irakli this time will he try to take Todd's pronator? And will he be able to do that?
Yeah.
or not? Because if he will have just some pronation control of his own here and maybe straight flat wrist, it will not work. Because Todd pulled against Kidrigali,
Same position.
who was trying to
thing.
top roll him. He pulled against Irakli. Also before, I think even John was trying to top roll him. Like, it was like they are all great arm wrestlers.
Great top roller.
But great top rollers, and probably if we look around that weight, they have kind of everyone almost in that weight category. Just difference. Todd is so good against.
Todd gives up the hand.
Yeah.
You get something and you kind of out of position, and then he uses strap very well, and he gets like a lot of back pressure to fight this. It's not just side pressure. He's not going here, because if he would go, he would open up.
Yeah.
And he has back pressure that he can stay close and very comfortable being here and keeping his pronator.
Exactly. He's working super active with back, with pulling, with and even there are times when you can see that Todd don't have a wrist and hand, but he's still top rolling you. I would say top rolled Ongarbayev in a fight.
Because he goes like this.
Yeah.
Because he goes.
So he don't have wrist control, but he still is able to control with pronation, with his arm strength, with his back pressure strength, and what he's doing on table is super effective against classic top roll arm wrestling, and then that's a big challenge for Irakli to do something. But also, if we are following arm wrestling, we remember that Irakli lost before with Sasho, and they had a rematch as well. And Irakli pulled absolutely different. He was not anymore going really high here, and he's growing.
Yes.
He's learning.
Todd's answer to this, he said yes, he's doing really good versus short hook pullers.
Okay.
Because the height is the thing, right? If you're under, you can easily go over, right? You can easier go. But if someone fights you here on the top, it's much harder to get to that position. So that's why Todd feels very confident.
Yeah, we will see that, and I agree. But also, they both pull against Prudnik. They both won against Prudnik.
Yeah, just different ways.
Yeah. And I think they both have lost against Decay.
Yes.
And if we remember that fight, Todd and Decay, that was war. It ended 3-1 for Decay.
Yeah.
But I would say there were some faults and mistakes from Todd, and physically we saw that he is able to get in a match and even fight. So it was really little bit ugly on table, and some attacks and like a lot of force.
He got on here, but he didn't like secure
some positions.
Yes.
So if we compare that, it was long time ago Irakli and Decay, but still Todd looked better. So with all that history, with all those fights, Todd is going really good at age of 58, and I'm a huge fan. And I'm a huge fan. I'm looking and wondering, like, and it seems incredible for me. It's that he is really like a strength style arm wrestling. It's strength style arm wrestling. It's not when we are. It's same as John. When you see like it's a strength. It's again, someone will say I'm blaming Michael or Devon about some position. But right now, when I see Todd, what he's doing at age of 58, it's fantastic, and I want to see more from him. And he is favorite in this. Yeah, he's favorite.
Because styles do make matches.
Even with how good Irakli is going lately, and then with all that, but we know previous fight, and Irakli have to prove that he has grown.
If Irakli I'll be super impressed if he just powers through. Most things you just can't power through not Hutchins, right? That's his thing. The power is his thing. So it will be very interesting for me. I would say 70-30 because of how
I'm not saying maybe
power, but also style, experience, and the way that like Todd, he's like, just give me top rollers. He'd pull top rollers all day, right? Because he's so good at dealing with them. And he has everything made, his style is made for that. Because at the start, I remember, I also didn't understand arm wrestling much, but I was looking for the arm wrestling and I couldn't understand it. Like, what is going on? But he gives up hand to have something else, right? And very great way he pulls versus anyone. And he improves at 58, close to 60, right?
Yeah. But how physically, tactically, technically, and all other aspects, how Irakli won against Prudnik. That gives, I believe, Irakli some good belief in himself as well. And of course, he will be in Georgia. He will be in Georgia, catching the trouble in Georgia to beat Irakli in his land, in his home. And also this personal aspect for Irakli, for a young, strong athlete who is right now one of best in that weight category in his home. He will be prepared as much as possible, and it's not easy task for Todd. It's not easy task for Todd. But if he will do that one more time, that will be really big. That will, and he have weapons. He have weapons. We have seen before, and if he will be able to secure that pronation here, I don't think that Irakli will win. I don't think. If he will, if Irakli will get that kind of pronation, Todd will be really open position here, and in that defensive bicep, then it's bad day for Todd most likely.
But it's also scary to come forward, or at least because Irakli doesn't need all the side position. He doesn't need to match the side position. He just needs to take away something. He just needs to take, because if you give nothing, he's going to eat you up, right? But if you give too much, you might struggle.
He have to put Todd in a position that Todd is pressing against his arm here, and then he can use some back, and then he have to put it like that. Is it possible? I don't know.
And it's a scary position because here, like Todd still has something, so your instinct will to go back. Todd just wants you to go back. Because then he can literally turn, as you go back, he can turn you like this, right? If you stay like this, you can go over, but it's a scary thing.
And Irakli's hand is very good in this, I would say, strike positions, and here is super strong. Is that like that's something? What's different sometimes from good inside hook arm wrestlers? They can get very deep with wrist and hand, and they can be very solid and strong also in this deep position. Many top rollers, good hand, but they are strong here. They're not used to carry the deep and put the position. But with Todd, you have to put him in that position to curl with some crazy wrist. But
this is a great match. It's a good challenge for a young champion.
Who are fans' favorite? Irakli?
I think Todd slightly.
Really?
Todd slightly.
I would say like. I believe that it seems like Irakli is going up, and how strong he's pulling, and with all that, it could be that they believe Irakli.
He's everyone's favorite uncle. Come on, you know, Uncle Todd is the shit.
I don't think it's so clear as you said, like 70-30. I wouldn't be so sure because of. All what I said before, but I still think that Todd have some very special position to.
It will be a great battle. I think it will, because again, Irakli will try his best to figure it out. The problem, we haven't seen much from Irakli different. You know, like yes, he changed the vectors versus Sasha and things like that, but
because I don't remember when was the last time when some clearly was able to top roll Todd and wins him for like even when Todd pulled against Michael Todd
in the strap. I don't remember.
With a Michael Todd, and when it was Devon Lara, different Devon, smaller Devon. Even then, when he top rolled, like Todd was here, and then you can check that video of how open and how bad position Devon was against Todd Hutchings in the first round, and it tells a lot. It tells a lot how good he can pull against top roll arm wrestlers.
One of the big matches on East versus West 16.
Almost as every match, but it's huge.
I think there's a few headliners that are just like everyone's talking about them, right? People said like, what did you think? And we think it's going to be awesome.
Sometimes you want to see some new faces, new fighters, new fights, but it's also great to have some fights with history.
Yes.
And like
yes.
It's
so feels like it's more. Like it's
yeah,
more,
no,
right?
it's so good that they have already some perspective and we know what's happened before, and at least have, especially like young ones because fought before, they have some extra motivation to prove that okay, those 2 years I haven't spent wrong, and it's something what I'm doing is working for me and I'm going forward.
Crazy, crazy. These were first 16, don't miss it, live on pay-per-view. Subscription, this on.
I know, honestly.
Adobe Acrobat.
Gonna turtle up! Down to the last magazine here.
Check the stuff I just dropped off, and let me know what else we need.
Completely out of ammo. Get back! Now! Barely heard it. Exhausted. That's all of that. knew too much time with the damn zombies would make me sick. Maybe we can trade this to someone. Shit! That's not gonna work.
The word is that this place is worth scavenging.
plague wall is down.
Excellent work. I knew I was correct to have faith in you.
Looks like the area is clear of targets. Hold on. What the hell is that? Doc, I think you better get down here and take a look at this.
Don't touch anything. I'll be right there.
We won. We saved Trumbull. We found ways to turn the tide in our war against the Blood Plague. But in that moment of triumph, we had no idea how the box we opened that day would change our world forever.
Update received. Haven protocols are now enabled. Your cooperation in this experiment has been noted.